Well, it's the 15th of February. I hope all you lovely ladies out there had a nice Valentine's Day yesterday. And you guys as well, Hope you all had a loving good time. Hello, and welcome back to Andy's Cavern. I do apologise, I think I've only put one video out this past week. So I've just like I say, time poor. I've had a very busy week, so I do apologise for all you people out there who have been longing for a video of mine. That's enough nonsense. Let's go into boxing. I've just watched Barboza versus Catterall tonight. As I've said in the past, I'm not a big Jack Catterall fan. I think his performances could send a glass eye to sleep. You know, it's just so negative for me anyway. It's just my opinion. Some of you won't agree with that, but that's my view, so that's the way it is. I know some people agree. I've been, while I was watching the fight, during the fight I was messaging a few friends of mine back and forth. One of them being esteemed boxing trainer Julian McGowan, who you'll maybe remember from Porky's Corner. But I mean, Jules is, because he's somebody that's very passionate about everything he does, and he was so close to the sport and really involved. It was kind of probably one of the biggest things in his life, boxing. He's become disillusioned with it, and I can understand why. All the bullshit and whatnot that goes on, and he's become disillusioned with it, so I think he only watches it occasionally. I can understand that. I'm in a different boat. I'm just a fan, so I've not been involved in any way, shape or form like the depths Jules has been, and his knowledge is second to none. He's a font of knowledge when it comes to boxing, and he had a similar opinion to myself. I thought I was watching a different fight to what the commentary team were watching, because what were they watching? It was all, and this really annoys me, all this pro home fighter narrative. You know, you've got to be new if you're going to be a boxing commentator. Surely you've got to be objective and neutral when it comes. It doesn't matter who your favourite fighter is. I mean, there's lots of fighters I like, but if I'm watching a fight, at the end of the day, I don't really mind who wins, as long as it's a good fair fight with a good fair result. And tonight, Catterall was fighting Barboza, and it was all Catterall to them, and I'm like, what are they watching? But thankfully, the right man got the decision. Though it was a split decision. For me, I think I probably had it. I missed the first round, but because I didn't get back in time, I was out. So, but I'd probably have it about 8 rounds to 4. But it was just all pro Catterall narrative, and other people, friends of mine, they all had it similar. When I was talking to them, what's happened during the fight and after the fight. And Canada Bob, Canada's boxing channel, if you haven't subscribed to that, get subscribing now. And same with Porky's Corner. Canada Bob had it 8-4 as well, much the same as myself. I thought Barboza was sharp. He had Catterall style kind of sussed out fairly early on, I would say. But Catterall's that negative. It's just frustrates me. I think he's got a lot of talent, but he just doesn't maybe chooses not to use it. But he needs to be more assertive or more aggressive or something. But I was looking for interviews with Sam Jones after it, because he'll be crying in his soup at that, won't he? Sam the Liquor Jones and Eddie Hills. Though to be fair, Eddie Hills didn't actually look too bothered, but maybe that's why Bob thinks, Canada Bob thinks that Eddie Hills might disappear from the game at some point. Maybe he's made that much money, so he could just disappear off into the sunset. Possibility. I mean, all his fighters keep getting getting beat these days, don't they? So we'll wait and see what happens with that. But certainly thought Barboza was a worthy winner. I think it was a British judge. Forget who it was now. Was it Marcus McDonald that had it for Catterall? And I'm glad Steve Gray didn't rule that. I can't remember, one of the late rounds, a knockdown. I think it was the 9th round or something maybe. When Barboza went down because his feet got tangled or something. So Steve Gray called it right, which I'm glad about, because that would have been a travesty if that had been ruled a knockdown. So that was that. I didn't see any of the other fights on tonight. Some other news on the go, I think. Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron fight is finally signed. I've watched some of the press conference and that about that. To me, Ben Whittaker doesn't look like he's very confident, but this fight's got to happen. No other fight will do for either of them. And if it doesn't happen, it'd be an outrage. And if anything happens to stop this happening, what are you boxing fans out there to get on your high horses and get shouting about this, because it's no right if this wasn't to happen. So let's hope it happens. I think it's April 20th or somewhere around about there. Look forward to that. I picked Liam Cameron to do a number on Ben Whittaker. I don't think Ben Whittaker's strong enough or punches hard enough to deter Liam Cameron. So I'll be looking forward to that. Dave Allen versus Johnny Fisher. I don't know if that's signed yet or no. Well, Dave Allen's got a bit more fighting talk about him now, isn't he? Has he been prompted to do that? Who knows? Who knows what goes on inside Dave Allen's head? But he's doing the right thing, bigging himself up and shouting about it. That's what he needs to do. None of this best friends act. You can respect him after the fight. Get the head down, Dave, and get training, and show us all what you're really made of. Because you won that last fight, and I expect you to win this next fight. But don't leave it to the judges. Eddie Hills will be crying in the soup for that one, won't he? He probably doesn't really want Dave Allen to. I think he'll maybe do anything he can to stop that fight happening. But I might be wrong on that, but we shall wait and see. So that's about that for this video. I hope you're all well out there, and I'll probably be back on Porky's Corner sometime this week, if I get time, if I've got a wee bit more time this week. But I hope you're all having a good weekend and had good Valentine's Day with your respective partners, or wives, husbands, whoever they may be. So that'll be that for tonight. So next week it's the big one, isn't it? It's the big Riyadh show, February 22nd. That is a mega show. I'll be settling in early to watch that one, I think. I mean, most of the time I usually see the last couple of fights on a card, just due to time constraints, but maybe sometimes see three or four at the very most, but it's usually 2 or 3. I want to see at least 6 next weekend, all being well. So hopefully I have no cars to repair or that next weekend. So always something to do, it's never ending. So that's that for tonight, and we'll catch up with you on the next video from Andy's Cavern. Okay, take care guys, all the best. Cheers.